Your home is important. That's why Geico helps make it easy to save on homeowners insurance. Because home is more than just a place. Home is where you have a cute little reading nook for those rainy days when you want to curl up with a good book, but you don't even read, so you just sit in there during thunderstorms and scroll through memes on your phone and laugh in the darkness. The Geico Insurance Agency could help protect the dark, meme-filled corner you call home. Call Geico and see how easy it is to switch and save on homeowners insurance.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1458. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to the back nine of this week's shows. 7 days a week, I share information about job hunting because I believe it doesn't have to be as hard, difficult, painful, or take as long as it does. That's because the skills needed to find a job are different than those needed to do a job. And I like to answer questions from people from time to time. And this one is, well, what really happens to my resume after I submit it to a job board? Hope you find it helpful and give it a great review in Apple Podcasts. And I also want to encourage you, visit my blog at thebiggamehunter.us. I've got thousands of posts that you can watch, listen to, or read about different elements of job hunting, hiring, being more effective in the workplace, a whole host of different things. So again, visit thebiggamehunter.us, and in the meantime, let's get going.
The question I received was, what happens to my resume after it is submitted to a job posting? Now, this is like the sausage and how it's made, because it's really an ugly process. And I'll start off by saying, once you've submitted it to a job posting, there are two possibilities. One, that you're submitting it through an applicant tracking system. One is that they've asked you to email a resume, because it depends on the size of the firm. Smaller firms might not have the systems in place, and you're emailing a resume. The applicant tracking system is a filter. It parses your resume, inputs data into their computer system, and may or may not, depending upon the system, score your resume based upon your use of keywords to determine whether or not you're a possible fit. I want to be clear. Possible fit. It is not perfect, quite obviously. And depending upon the scoring system and how it's been set up and how the dictionary of terms has been created to evaluate, you may then be passed on to the first human being. Often in organizations and in search firms, that person is the individual who is representing that business area or that hiring manager who's trying to fill a position. They're doing a visual scan. Now, again, if you came in through an applicant tracking system, some systems will never let you get that far, because if they're seeing you're doing serial applying, as one of my guests on Job Search Radio described it, where you're applying to lots of different disparate jobs, they're just going to block you. They're never going to let that resume get through, even if you're an actual fit, because they think you're a, excuse my language, bullshit artist who wastes a lot of people's time. So assuming that that's not you, you're getting to the first level screen human being who's there to check. Now, in some organizations, that could be a hiring manager. Most of the time, it's HR. Smaller firms, whoever's stuck having to look at the resume. That's the reality to it. Whoever's stuck because the owner of the company said, I'm too busy. You go look at the resumes. Tell me, just show me the ones you think that fit. That person makes a determination, then passes it to the hiring manager, or if it's a search firm or if it's an HR person, they're going to do the first screen. Ultimately, systems are there to save time. They are not perfect, quite obviously, but they do a lot better as a time saver than you as the job hunter really want them to do. You're applying to jobs because you think they're right. Now, in some organizations, HR is not going to interview you until the hiring manager says, yeah, I want to talk to that person. Great. So you're dealing with delays because that resume is going from HR to a hiring manager who hiring is one of their priorities. They have a job to do. And as a result, they're not there instantly sitting by the computer waiting for that resume to arrive, going, when are they going to send me one? When are they going to send me one? They're just looking, when they have some time, maybe on their commute, when they're need to take a break, whatever, when they have something scheduled on their calendar, they're figuring out when to work it into their day amongst all their real job. That's the way they think of it, real job. Your resume is an interruption. They may wait till the weekend. They may wait till the evening. Whatever it is, they're not there instantly looking at your resume. So that's what goes on behind the scenes from a process perspective. Some systems will send you questionnaires, or some recruiters, corporate and third party, will send you questionnaires to get clarifying information because your resume wasn't clear enough to them. Answer those questions, because you're not going to wind up with the interview otherwise.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 6,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. If you want the best of my advice, join JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I've curated information with a focus on interviewing. If you decide to take the lifetime membership at the site, it's $299 currently, but that's the price of a coaching session or an hour of coaching from me, and I'll be giving that to you if you join with a lifetime membership. Have a few questions? Contact me through the Magnify app for iOS or PrestoExperts.com, where you can call me. Schedule a specific time with me through chat on Magnify or by connecting with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Once we're connected on LinkedIn, you can message me about coaching you, scheduling a time for Magnify or Presto Experts, speak with me about a resume or LinkedIn profile critique, help you with a salary negotiation or my trusted advisor services, and much, much more. Like you, I don't work for free. I do charge for what I do. You can take my classes on Skillshare and become a premium member using the link in the show notes and receive 2 months for free instead of just the one that the site offers. Skillshare offers thousands and thousands of courses, not just simply mine, on a host of different subjects that can help you in many different ways. Lastly, join my group on Facebook called Career Angles. It's free to the first 250 people who join and is focused on helping you do better at work. Information is shared daily, and we're attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in at this point. So I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
As we watch the suburban garden gnome carefully without disturbing it, we notice that it moves like not at all. It's inanimate and utterly without brain function. But despite that, when a garden gnome hears about how Geico not only saves people money, but also gives them access to licensed agents 24/7 online and over the phone, it's clear to them you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. But on second thoughts, maybe don't watch garden gnomes too carefully. People might talk.
They always told Will he was too short to play basketball, but Will never listened. Will let his work ethic do the talking for him. Always in the gym, always running drills. Will knew where there was a will, there was a way, and he was Will. But then, after his second child was born, he realized the pros were all way better than him. So Will gave up and buried his high tops in a tearful ceremony. But one day, he heard that Geico could save him money on car insurance, so he switched and saved a bunch, which was awesome.